Hey, I'm here, Phyllis Nash, your Chief Sales Officer here at Akana. Before I bring on our phenomenal speaker, I give you time to get pen and paper. I want to make a couple of announcements. You probably received a text saying 20% off, but that should be our 30% off. That was just a typo. It shouldn't be 20, it should be 30. And that is to midnight tonight, site wide. Anything you want is there. The LIFER program is still in force. And one thing about the Dubai trip that someone asked me this, and I just want to make sure it's clear that you can qualify if you hit Ruby or Emerald for points for vouchers. That is new rubies and new emeralds. If you have not hit that rank before. For those that have hit those ranks before, then they have to go to the next rank in order to qualify for the voucher. So I just wanted to get that in. And then without further ado, I'd like to bring up our phenomenal, what is Dr. Roz? Dr. Roz is truly the epitome of Akana and what we want to think of whenever we think of Akana. She's a servant leader. She's there for everybody. She spreads herself all over the place. She's building her team. She's an emerald, which means she and her team have done over $50,000 in a calendar month. She's our DJ. She's our trainer. Dr. Roz is phenomenal. And when I give it to Dr. Roz, I got to give it to Adrian also, because without him being who he was, giving her the support, she could never be what she is to us. And so, guys, we always need to be thankful for the people that are there doing things so everybody can benefit. So, Dr. Roz, I want to give it to you this morning. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Phyllis. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know, more than we can always be able to say thank you. Sometimes that word doesn't seem large enough to be able to express our gratitude for you and for Melissa and the vision and the hard work. The team No Sleep. When you called the other day, I know. I mean, we had great Black Friday, but that also means a whole lot of work for some folks that are in Chicago. So kudos to all of the volunteers and everybody. So this morning, guys, let me tell you something. I was waking up trying to say, okay, God, here it is. It's the last day of the month. Here it is, Black Friday. Here it is, 30%. All the things that our CSO just said. And the one line that I came up with that I thought that dropped in my spirit was the finish line is in sight. The finish line is in sight. But at the same time I thought about the finish line being in sight, I also thought about, for some of us, you can see the finish line. But for others, it may seem like the finish line has moved. It may seem like, yeah, it's been the end, but I don't see the finish line. But either way, you don't quit until you get to the finish line. And that's all I could think about. And I didn't have anything else. And then I got a phone call from my husband, and he'd gone to work. And when he goes to work in a certain direction every day. It's, that's how he gets to his job. But yesterday, when he came home from work, and I had gone on an event and I had seen this block, this construction that had come up in the direction that he goes to work. So I thought he saw it on the way to work, but come to find out, when he was on his way to work, it wasn't there. But when he came home, because it was delaying the time that he was getting home, he called and said, there's construction. The whole thing is blocked off. There's no lanes to get through, and I've got to take a detour. But not only was he taking the detour, everybody else was taking that same detour because they couldn't get through the way that they normally come. Well, I thought that he had seen it that morning, but actually it wasn't there then. It was only there when he came home. And so because of that detour, as he left this morning, he's on his way to work, going in the normal direction that he normally goes to, just subconsciously, not even thinking about that detour that he saw on the way back home. He's on his way, and then he calls and says, oh man, I done forgot that road is blocked off. I'm gonna have to take the detour. And he called me, and we're talking about, okay, which direction he may choose to go in, because this may delay him or make him late for work. And just about the time he's about to take the detour, he gets closer to the previously blocked intersection, only to find out that it's no longer blocked. There lies what I have to share with you this morning. Because that was a message to me. That was a lesson that I heard in this experience. He was just about to go the other way because of what happened yesterday. He was just about to take a detour because of an experience that was going to that did delay him the day before. And so here's a lesson I learned. I learned 5 things just in that little bitty experience. I learned, number 1, keep doing what you're doing. See, he subconsciously was going in the direction that he normally goes. And we have a mode of operandi. We have systems in place. We have things that we've been told to do. We've been told to reach out to 5 people. We've been told to prepare for those 5 people the day before. We've got all these things we've been told to do. And here it is, the last day of the month. The finish line is in sight, or maybe you can't see it, but either way, keep doing what you're doing. Number 2, don't change your direction yet. Don't take the detour. Don't change your direction yet. Number 3, believe that you can get through. Even subconsciously, his car was going in that direction, believing that he could go just the way you normally been going. And it happened. It was open. It was available. So believe that you can get through. Number 4, expect a change to manifest. Even without doing it, the change had already taken place. We've heard it. We hear it in the church. While you're yet praying, God is moving for you. You know, the door is going to open for you. All these things. But oftentimes we don't believe it's going to change because it didn't change yesterday. And we're basing our today decision based on our yesterday's experience. Oh, I think I got to say that one again. We're basing our today, our movement on today based on our yesterday's experience. What you decide today has to be based on what you're doing today. And what you're doing today is in faith, not determined by what did not happen yesterday. Expect. Fine-tune your level of expectancy. Expect a change to manifest. And number 5 that I learned just from this experience this morning, because I didn't have a message, I didn't have a word, I didn't have nothing other than the finish line is in sight. But number 5 is expect that you don't know what's going to happen, so you might as well keep moving. He kept going. He didn't know. He didn't even think about it till he almost got close, and almost made the decision that he shouldn't have made, but decided to keep on moving in the same direction, and voila, there it was, opening. There's a scripture in the Bible why the lepers were sitting there, and they said, why sit we here and die? Because they realized if they sit here, we're going to die. If we go here, we're going to die. So we might as well just get up and do something. How many of you, and y'all know I love sports, how many of you have ever watched a sporting event and you saw people on both sides of the field, or both sides of the court, or both sides of the tennis match, or whatever it is, and you got people on both sides praying? Both sides praying. But ultimately, one side is going to win and the other side is going to lose. But here's my question. Did they really lose? Did they really lose? Did they really lose? No. I beg to differ. They did not really lose. They lost the game, but they didn't lose. And of course, it never feels good to lose anything. Don't misunderstand me. I feel you. We lose things and it does not feel good. But when they go back in the huddle, when they go back in the back room, in the midst of their tears of losing the game, I've heard coaches get back and say, they go over the things that got them there, that even had them in the game. Akana Nation, I am so glad to be in the game. And the other thing that I thought about as I was being fed, because then I had something to share after listening to my husband's situation and getting these 5 points, then I started thinking about network marketing. And I remember back in the day, many years ago, my parents used to love to go fishing. And we'd go fishing, and we didn't go in big boats. We went on, side of the bank. Sometimes we fished with a pole, sometimes we fished with a rod and reel. But I remember I started thinking about fishing, and I started relating fishing to network marketing. And I think that we need to understand this thing about fishing. If you've never been fishing, then maybe I'll enlighten you. But if you've ever been fishing, you will surely relate to this. Fishing, some things happen when you go fishing. And this is happening in many of our lives here. Some of you are fishing. You're fishing. In network marketing, you're fishing. You're trying to catch a fish. And some of you are still waiting for the fish to bite. Others of you, you're getting a little nimble. That's what's been happening in the last couple of months with the Lifer program. That's what's happening right now. Some folk are nibbling off of your bait. Some of you have gotten a bite, and then that's it, because they took your bait. They got a bite, you pulled your reel back in, and you realize I don't have any more bait on here, because they stole your bait. Others of you, you got the fish, you started reeling it in, and then have you ever seen those pictures? And all of a sudden, the string from the rod and reel just goes in the air because your hook, they broke it, and you couldn't bring him in. Some of us are fishing and they broke the line. Some of us are fishing and we're reeling the fish, and all of a sudden we needed some help, so we had to get a net to pull up the fish and get him in. That was that three-way call you had to do to get that in, and you might not have done that because that fish was larger or you needed some assistance. Some of us are fishing and, come on, let's be real. Some of us thought that was too little of a fish, so we threw it back. And lastly, many of you successfully have been fishing and you caught the fish and you brought it all the way in. But either way, be glad you're in the game. And on this last day of the month, before I give it back to our CSO, on this last day of the month, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change your direction yet. Believe that you can get through. Expect a change to manifest, and expect that you don't know what's going to happen, so you might as well keep moving. And as Phyllis said, I am grateful for my husband. Back to you, Phyllis.
Oh, awesome. Dr. Roz, you said it right, because this detour is all along the way. But this is the last time. And I just remember looking at Michael Jordan. And I'm not a sports fan, Dr. Roz, but I've seen him take it to the last seconds of the game. And I know what this industry can do. I know what you can do if you put your mind to it. The buy is on the table. Ruby is on the table. Emerald's on the table. Diamond is there. And guys, just go do it. You can do it. And if you don't do it when you're through, you are truly satisfied. I talked to somebody last night. They making the decision because the person that was prospecting, trying to hit the next level, wouldn't give up. So now they're talking, and maybe two more people by the end of the evening. You didn't think $3,000 can be a decision can be made in less than 48 hours, but it can. And we got the right decision. We got the right package. We got the right offer. If you let the people know. Now, if they tell you no, that's okay, but at least you tried. But how many people have you not picked up the phone and called? That's all I want to know. I want you to get on your chicken list today. This is the people that can come in and bring that credit card out and say, yes, that's a phenomenal idea. 0.5% for the lifetime, and I can will it too. That just makes sense in an industry where healthcare is the new self-care is the new healthcare. And so with that being said, on Saturday, I hope you guys have gone to Eventbrite. I put it out there. Dr. Roz, please put them all. I just sent you the information. Put them out on all the kind of group pages, and so people can go out there. You don't want to miss it. How to use your 21 day. Have some variety with our chef and founder of Chicago Raw, where so many of you have gone. Taste some of the things approved by Dr. Eric Prince that you can eat during your 21 day cleanse. I know I'm going to be getting started on my 7-day. I'm not committing to 21 days. I just finished one at the end of the month of October, but I am going to do 7 days. And then later on in January, I'll go on and tackle that 21 day again. But have the foods. And then again, like I said, Aisha Johnson will be there. She is a body sculptress, contouring that body. So if you don't get all those bulges off in time for a New Year's Eve, that special dress you want to wear, then see how you can get the rest off with the body contouring. The tickets are on Eventbrite. Dr. Roz will put the link up. I've sent the link to so many. I put it up myself. But come on out and join us. It's from 12 to 4 on Saturday. And with that being said, this is Thursday. There's a call tonight, 7 p.m. Get your people on and go out and push. Bye now. Thank you so much, Dr. Roz, for that amazing message. And Adrian, he contributed to this morning's message. Thank him too.